Trump removed from ballots? Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Colorado, from what I've heard, is trying to remove Trump from the ballot. Gonna get into that. That would set a dangerous precedent. Liberal states could remove conservatives from the ballots. Conservative states could remove liberals from the ballots. No bueno. But I'm also going to tell you about my thoughts on the whole idea of voting and the selection of our government. So stay tuned for that. But I want to start off with a quote by Ronald Reagan.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Now that says it all right there. Government is not the solution. We are the solution. This is why we prep. This is why we prepare. We need to be strong. We need to be individuals. We need to have the power and ability to take care of ourselves and others, our friends, our groups, our families. There are a lot of people out there, I think, that still trust the system. Oh man. Now, and some people trust the system, yet they understand that there's fraud and there's all kinds of things going on, but they still think that the system works. Now, I personally, my thoughts, my beliefs, and you have free will for your thoughts and your beliefs, and I have mine. My thoughts are that we are not, and that we cannot solve this problem, all of our problems, we know what's going on, through voting or through government. It is we the people that will need to stand up to fix this, to fix all the issues we have going on. Now that doesn't mean, throw on your gear, let's go get it on. That could mean a lot of different things, but it may come to that. That is why we have the second. That is our right to form the negative connotation M word. A lot of people think that way. A lot of people feel that way because they don't understand. It's not just the right to bear. It is the right to form the M groups and to go deal with threats, internal or external. That whole tyranny thing, as well as foreign invasion, threats like that, external threats. I don't believe that the process of casting those little pieces of paper in the box does anything. I believe that it is a selection process by the powers that be. I used to think that Trump snuck through because they underestimated him. But that would say that they're still, casting those little pieces of paper still matter. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying this is my belief. I believe that we're not going to fix it through there. I believe that the powers that be select our leadership. I feel that the last real president probably was Ronald Reagan, like we saw his quote. Watch his stuff, man. His speeches, the way he talked about limiting government, all that kind of stuff. Government not being the solution, the 9 worst words, or I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Seriously, I think he was the last actual president that was voted in. In this current crisis, to use some of his terminology, we the people are going to be the ones that fix this or not. We, the people alive now that are able to do the things that need to be done, have to step up. We will have to become the greatest generation ever, or we may become the last generation. A lot more people are waking up out there nowadays to a lot of things. Even my parents. I can say New World Order and it's not a shock to them. They used to have faith in the system. They believe the same as I do now. A lot more people, average Americans, are realizing that we're not going to be able to fix this by casting those little things. Now, am I going to do it still? Yes. Of course, I'm still going to do it because I could be wrong. Maybe it does matter. Maybe it's just a bunch of fraud. Maybe it's just a bunch of underhanded stuff that goes on. So maybe it still matters. I'm not telling you not to do it. Your free will, you do what you believe in. I will not encroach upon that. Just like I don't want anybody to encroach upon my free will. This is a bigger problem. I mean, it goes into a lot of things. Bilderbergers, Trilateral Commission, UN, New World Order, a lot of stuff. And I'm not gonna go down all those rabbit holes. You should go down those rabbit holes though, I think, just for informational purposes. Even if you don't necessarily believe. It's eye-opening. You may find some things that you find interesting. You may not. But removing Trump, removing anyone from ballots is not okay whatsoever. There's too many things that could come from that. It's a really bad path to go down. We don't want to do that. So we, the people, need to stand up and say no. We're not going to allow this to happen. Now I get it, if somebody was convicted of something, then maybe. But there's no convictions. A lot of people out there, a lot of people, maybe you guys watching this video, feel that he is our savior. I don't feel that way. I don't think any one person can fix it anyway, no matter who's in office. I feel that if we could get possibly somebody in there that's good, that they could possibly affect some positive changes. But it's a whole system. I mean, they all gotta go. All those politicians up there in Washington, they're just different sides of the same coin. Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, liberals, all the people in that system, I feel, at the high up in the government, who governs us, they all need to go. We just need to hit the reset, start over. Now recently we watched a show, Designated Survivor. That was very interesting. But when you watch shows like that, and now we're watching Madam Secretary, when you watch shows like that, pay attention. They throw in these things, these liberal ideology all the time. This person is supposedly independent, yet not. I think that, that I know they do this for a reason. And if you watch Special Designated Survivor, think rationally. Think about things. Really, I suggest watching it. Take a look at that. What happened? What goes on throughout the show? It's a lot of stuff I caught myself thinking and rooting for this FBI agent. But then I'm like, whoa, step back. No, they're violating the Constitution. I do not believe that you should do that in any situation. There's a lot of stuff in there also that they say they can't do, or there's just different situations that come up in the show that I'm like, no, that's not true. That was all negated by the Patriot Act. That's another one. If you haven't read the Patriot Act, read it. The Patriot Act changed everything. It has nothing about being a patriot, I'll tell you that. You don't have rights. They can indefinitely detain you for no reason because of the Patriot Act. Look for discrepancies and mess ups in the show. There's a lot. Critical thinking is important, and remembering when you're watching things or anything you're dealing with people, remember your core values: free will, Constitution. Well, that's for me. I'm not saying you necessarily. I hope you believe in free will and the Constitution. The Constitution's for everyone. That's all I understand. It's not a conservative thing. It's for everyone. Every ethnicity. It's for both genders. Oh, did I say both? Oh, oops. It's for everyone. All religions, everyone. Everyone should be a constitutionalist because it provides us with our liberties and our freedoms. Actually, correct myself. It does not provide us. It protects the God-given rights. God gave us those rights. We as human beings have those rights. The Constitution is just there to kind of say, okay, put it in paper that these are our rights and this is what's supposed to go on, this is what's not supposed to go on. I am a true original constitutionalist. I'm not a constitutional scholar, but I believe, and I have to check myself all the time, that I'm not willing to violate somebody else's rights or their free will because it suits my belief structure. Be careful, people. We got to be serious about that. We don't want to violate anybody else's free will or anybody else's rights to fit our agenda. The road to hell was paved with good intentions. Remember that. We have to be moral. We have to be righteous. We have to stay in the fight. We have to make ourselves present, and we need to do everything we possibly can to fix this nation, or we'll lose it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.